information theory in coding, that is Huffman coding. So the sources and references, the materials presented in this lecture has been taken from internal sites and books, and this can only be used for academic purposes only. So the prerequisite digital communication and data communication. So Huffman coding. In this we'll cover outline of this lecture will be codes and comparison, Huffman coding, and correctness of the Huffman coding algorithm. Huffman coding. Suppose that we have a 100,000 character data file that we wish to store. The file contains only 6 characters appearing with the following frequencies of occurrence. This is the frequency in 000s. A is having 45, B 13, C 12. This is the frequency of occurrence of the characters. The characters are A, B, C, D, E, F, and the frequency of occurrence are 45, 13, 12, 16, 9, and 5. So the binary code encodes each character as a binary string or code word. We would like to find a binary code that encodes the file using as few bits as possible, that is, compresses it as much as possible. The compression is very, very important factor. So in a fixed length code, each code word has the same length. In variable code words may have different lengths. Here are some examples of fixed and variable length codes for our problem. Note that a fixed length code must have at least 3 bits per code. So the characters are same again, A, B, C, D, E, F, and the frequencies in 000 of 000s, 45, 13, 12, 16, 9 and 5. Fixed length code we are having 3 bits for each character, that is 000, 001, 010, 011, 100 and 101. A variable length, in the variable length we have taken, you can see the characters maximum frequency has been given the minimum length, that is 1 bit only, here 3 bit, here 3 bit, and the occurrence with the minimum frequency is given widest largest length, that is 4 bit, 1100 and 110. So the fixed length code requires 300,000 bits to store the file. The variable code uses only 5.1 plus 13.3 plus 12.3 plus 16.3, and it comes out to be 224,000 bits. So in what forms of code will be set of code words 000, 001, 010, 011, 100, 100. So you can see this has been taken from the formula of the code word into occurrence, frequency of occurrence into the code word, length of code. Encoding. Given a code which is corresponding to any alphabet and a message, it is easy to encode the message. Just replace that character by the code words. For example, this now is having A, B, C, D. If the code is, suppose we are in C1 code where A is represented by 00, B01, C10 and B11, then BAD is encoded into B01, A00 and D11. If the code is C2 and which we are having A is equal to 0, that is variable length we are taking here, so that can be encoded into 110, 11, 11. So C1 is having A00, B01, C10 and D11. C2 is having A0, B110, C10 and D11. C3 is having A1, B110, C10 and D11. Given an encoded message, decoding is the process of turning it back into the original message. A message is uniquely decodable if it can only be decoded in one way. For example, related to C1, 010011 is uniquely decodable to BAD. Related to C2, 1101 1111 is uniquely decodable to BAD. But related to C3, 1101 111 is not uniquely decodable, since it could have encoded either BAD or ACAD. In fact, one can show that every message encoded using C1 and C2 are uniquely decipherable. The unique decipherable property is needed in order for a code to be useful. So the prefix codes. Fixed length codes are always uniquely decipherable, because we saw before that these do not have always give the best compression, so we prefer to use variable length codes. Prefix code is called a prefix free code if no code word is the prefix of the another one. Example: A is 0, B is 110, C is 10, D is 111 is a prefix code. Every message encoded by a prefix free code is uniquely decipherable. Since no code word is a prefix of any other, we can always find the first code word in a message, peel it off and continue decoding. For example, 0110110, 0110110 can be easily decodable as A, B, B, A. We are therefore interested in finding good prefix free codes. So the difference between fixed length versus variable length codes. Suppose we want to store messages made up of 4 characters A, B, C, D with frequency 60, 5, 30 and 5% respectively. What are the fixed length codes and prefix free codes that use the least space? So you can see from the example only, we are having characters A, B, C, D and the frequency 60, 5, 30 and 5. So the fixed length we are having, fixed length code we are having 00, 01, 10 and 11, and prefix code we are having 0, 110, 10 and 111. So to store 100 of these characters, the fixed length code requires 100 into 2, that is 200 bits. The prefix code uses only 60 into 1, 60 into the character length 1, 5 into character length, that is 3, 110, 30 into character length 2, 10, and 5 into character length is 3, 111. It comes up to be 150, and you can see at 25%. You can see by using prefix code only we are saving up to 25%. So this way lesser bits are required and the bits are compressed. So we will see later that is an optimum prefix code. So optimum source coding, given an alphabet A, which is A1 to AN, with frequency distribution of FAI, find the binary prefix code C for A that minimizes the number of bits. So B of C is equal to summation of A from 1 to N, F of AI, that is F of AI is the frequency of occurrence, and LC of AI is the length. So needed to be encoded a message A is equal to summation of A of 1 to N, F of A characters, where CAI is the code word for the encoding, and AI and LCAI is the length of the code word CAI. So Huffman developed a nicely greedy algorithm for solving this problem and producing a minimum cost optimum prefix code. The code that it produces is called Huffman code. So there is an example you can see. So you can see from this example only in the Huffman coding. This is the Huffman tree that has been just been made with the given data only. You can see 20 and 5, it gives 20 and 15 gives 35, 5 and 15 gives 20, 35 and 20 gives 55, and 55 and 45 gives 100. So left branches have been named as 1 because the right branches are given 1, 1, all the right branches are given 1, 1, and left are given 0, 0, 0 and 0. This is traditional way for the encoding. So you can see that this is the binary tree of the prefix code. Now to find the code for a particular character, you can see here, you can see A is 0, 0, 0, B is 0, 0, 1, C is 0, 1 and then 0, and D is 0, 1, 1 and E is 1. So after drawing this tree, we can easily assign the prefix codes to each character. So corresponding between binary trees and prefix codes, corresponding between the leaves and characters, level of leaf is frequency of character, left edge is level 0, as you can see from this particular tree only. Left edge is level 0, right edge is level 1. Path from root to leaf is code word associated. It is the coded process. A, this is the code word for B, this is the code word for C, and this is the code word for D and E. Thank you very much for watching this lecture. We'll continue with the next topic in the next lecture. Thank you very much.